Good afternoon, everybody. So we are here with my best friend Szabolcs, and he has this motorbike. He wanted to visit me here in Italy, and down the road, around 150, 200 kilometers away, the bike just died on him. So we are here after a couple of weeks. We had to get some part here. And I think this isn't just a problem with the Honda CBR 929, but also to VTRs, for example, and older Honda models. And also the Suzuki GSX-R or Ducati, older Ducatis, which is the Regulator Rectifier. But a story to that, he can tell what was it like. So what was the bike doing shortly before it completely died on him?
Hi guys. So to be fair, this problem is actually quite common in the Honda world. So when I bought the bike, I have specifically asked the seller that has the rectifier been changed, and he had a resounding yes. So actually we found that the rectifier actually wasn't the original one. And it seems that the new parts didn't really have a huge lifespan. Now, the rectifier, connects the generator and just sort of operates the whole charging system of the bike. Because of this, it affects all of the electrics, mainly the dashboard, what you can actually see. And the first thing to go, actually, is the battery, which we also have to change, by the way. Now, when you're riding, these symptoms actually come up very suddenly. So you're just going down the road at a normal pace. And for myself, firstly, I get a flashing red light on the dashboard, signaling that something is not okay. And I said, okay, then it's going to be an oiling issue or something other, because this bike does not have an OBD2 sensor. That red light, as with many older Honda models, is just a general thing to see that you have a problem. Pulled over, oil, everything okay. Then I continued, and the bike started to lag, stutter, and jerk, especially if you go above roughly about 2,500 to 3,000 revs. So if you are going really slowly, even the light on the dashboard actually went out. Other symptoms, when you had the normal lights on and also the turn signals on, the lights would flicker. But that has always been the way with this bike, so it's not a new symptom. But it could actually show a potential to have this problem with your bike. Then I had this red light. Okay, the bike went on, it smooths out. Okay, let's continue. Then the light started to flash a lot more. And, some people just, say that, a dashboard light just lights up. Now, it has literally actually happened that the dashboard lit up in flames. So as you can see, the aftermarket gear indicator, which was on the bike, actually caught fire, possibly because of the additional current going through it. And at that point, okay, pull over as quickly as you can, emergency stop, and just rip the whole thing out. After that, the bike actually started a few times, but it ran really badly. And after a few startups, it completely just died on me, as you could imagine. The main culprit was actually the battery, because it had enough. So this bike originally had an aftermarket lithium-ion battery, which is very resilient, but it just couldn't take any more. Upon inspection, we found that you could actually start the bike up with a different battery if you unhook everything. And the charging voltage was around about 16, 17, 18. It can, go to infinity, basically. So the regulator stopped regulating the current. But this is not the regular problem. Normally, actually, the regulator dies and there is no charging current. So the bike will stop on you quite slowly. In my case, it was the polar opposite. So the regulator didn't do its job and fried the whole electric system. And one thing to note is that the dashboard also went away, which was a symptom, just before the bike died on us, or died on me. Then the front headlight also had a failure because it was on. So as you can see, this is a typical case of overcurrent in the bike. So we are in the stage of repairing it, and let's see how can we continue.
Yeah, so basically it's a common problem, not a big problem. It's that the regulator rectifier has, how should I say, from the alternator 3 cables, and there is a harness in between, okay, a wiring harness. And because there are micro movements in the harness itself, it will heat up and then it will melt together. So how can you prevent this? Just cut out the harness, the wiring harness between the regulator rectifier and the alternator, and solder the wires together fixedly. So after the regulator rectifier, you will find, so this is basically the other end. So where only the 14.5 volt goes. So 2 red and 2 green wires. This connects to the electrical system of the bike, and it is the regulated current. You don't have to do anything with this. But why did I cut this one down? Because the regulator rectifier, the original place, is here on the CBR, but we have the harness to connect it with the bike over here. So I had to just longer the cables, and also for the alternators. There are the 3 cables from the alternator, okay? And I'm pretty sure that this alternator is already an aftermarket one, or maybe an original, but it was changed once in the lifetime. So what we are doing, so I will solder those 3 together with those 3 together for regulator rectifier, and also the other end of the regulator rectifier, the 4 cables. I have to measure it, how much cable do I need. I will cut them and then put the original harness back on it, so solder the original harness back on it. And maybe another thing to say that the dashboard, it's pretty easy to remove the dashboard. I looked it up, there is no fuse in it, so it will be a surprise if it will light up after that we got back everything into the original place or not. If not, then okay, then my friend has to ride home without the cluster, without the dashboard. So let's get to work. Okay, so the battery is inside. I will have my multimeter here. So I have to check the voltage. We will start the bike. I don't know about the dashboard. If it comes on live, I don't know. I already changed also the headlight bulb, so it should be fine, it should be okay. And yeah, I will check constantly about the load. It has to be around 14.5, maximum of 15. And that's it. We have one other problem, I don't know why, which is the side stand. So basically we have to put the side stand away, and then we will be able to start the bike. I don't know why. I asked Szabolcs a couple of times. This isn't normal, but yeah, it's normal. And if the engine is running, if it's hot, then it will be okay. So I cannot understand, but it's okay. So yeah, we can start the bike. Na, erről beszélek. Várj. Okay. So actually the bike is running fine. We cannot see the cluster, which is a shame, because no coolant temperature. I don't know if I'm there, I have to tank a little bit or not. It's a problem for another day. But yeah, I was reading 13.7. 13.7 isn't good, but it's much better than have an overvoltage. So I think it should be fine. So yeah, and as I just said in the beginning of the video, cut the harness off from the alternator between the regulator rectifier, the 3 cables, solder it fixed, and your problem will go away.